Yeah, I'm really impressed how the game is. If I compare with our real car, it's very similar in a lot of features, especially first of all the cockpit. When I sit on the sim, I was like, wow, that's really well done. We had stickers, like little details that we also have on the real car, which were part of our development. So it's pretty nice to see them also on the game. Dynamic as well. It's I didn't play much with setups, but say as a baseline setup, it's pretty similar to what the real car is. Especially when you start to play with like brake bias or anti-roll bars and like traction control. It's something that also in real life we use a lot even during a lap. So I tried it both in Imola and in Le Mans, and it's something that it really helped me with feeling the car, and that's it's pretty cool as something that in real life we do as well. Our brake system is it's quite complicated in terms of like software. It's not easy to do and set up in the real life, and that is something that let's say in a good and in a bad way, it's really realistic. So I'm really pleased to have that also in the sim. You really have to trim the brake, otherwise you end up locking, which is very similar to the real car. Really impressed about the first few laps in both tracks. The tracks as well were amazing. The way that Le Mans is done, it's pretty cool, honestly. It's a very long track, so it's not easy to make it right, and I have to say that I was really impressed about it. Yeah, a combination Imola and Lamborghini, it's of course pretty special. Imola is such an historical place, and the track itself is definitely one of my favorite. Really up and down, it's very technical. You have to try to cut the corners as much you can with, even though you have quite high curbs. And in the game you find exactly the same, so it can really give you the same sensation that we have while we drive the real car. Yeah, the endurance racing, especially when you share the car with other drivers, the approach is very, very different. When you have a good mood between drivers and the team, it brings always the best of all the package. In endurance, you have such many elements to use to be a winner. Doesn't mean necessarily you have to have the fastest car out there. Of course, it helps as in a single seater or like in a single driver racing, but it's more about strategy and the chemistry that you have with the team and your teammates that it's important. So I truly believe that's the key point for a successful endurance team. Yes, my first Le Mans this year and first Le Mans for Lamborghini with the hypercar has been pretty special. Definitely was not the easiest Le Mans that we ever had for that there was for the last few years. The conditions were changing all the time, and it was very hard to manage that. So when from one minute to the other you have sunshine, and then you have like 5 millimeters of rain coming, it's something you never prepared. So I think this is the beauty of Le Mans itself, and I absolutely loved it. It was great. We finished with both cars. Actually, we were fighting until the last few minutes to have both cars on the top 10, and so it felt pretty amazing. Again, as I said, I think for Le Mans you are never prepared enough. So, and this year was a good example. I was actually, while I was driving, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should give it a go for to learn the track. Like when you do WEC, sometimes you go in tracks that you never been before. It's definitely a good platform to learn the track, and for a driver like us that you have to jump from GTs to hypercar all the time, it's something that I would definitely use for getting into the rhythm and in the shape to prepare a race.